Hey everybody, it's Dr. Carmen Bryan, your host of Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. I know you're wondering, where are you? Why haven't you been here? Have you abandoned us? Are you even coming back? I am. Please forgive me for my absence. I've had other things that I had to do that took precedence. And sometimes during the day for the past 2 weeks, I've been in classes, which actually pulled me out of a lot of the clubhouses with my mentor, my mother, Apostle Sadler. So some of you guys that are in Clubhouse see that I had to come out early because I've had classes and appointments early in the mornings. And so I have been super busy, where normally my mornings are dedicated to providing you with a TikTok or a video, but I haven't been able to come on. And then on Sundays, I do serve my mother as well in ministry. And so we have been out and about, and I've been in support of what she does as well as she supports me. And so I have not been able to come on live. And so I apologize. Then on top of that, HAP shut down. So having to find new not venues, but new portals in order to broadcast live simultaneously. But don't worry about that. I've got that covered. But today is Mother's Day. I don't know when you're going to get this. Some of you may get it the next day afterward or whenever you get this. I want to just say to all the mothers out there, those of you that have stepped in place for absentee mother, fathers that had to step up to the plate and be not only a father, but you also had to play the role of a mother. Those aunties, grandmothers, big mamas, great grandmothers, those surrogate mothers, those that have taken upon adult children and you have become a mother, a mother figure to them. Those of you here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you see me broadcast, that have looked at me as a mother or as an auntie, for those of you, especially to the kings out there that have been wounded by a woman, a mother who made you pay the price for what your father or any man has done to her and has let it out on you, making it seem like you were at fault or something, or you may remind her of your father or the man that has hurt her. I want to stand in the gap for all the women that have done you wrong. I can't justify it. I can't take it back. But I want to tell you, apologizing for all those women that have beat you down, that have criticized you, that made you feel less than a man, that have emasculated you, and has made you feel less than a man, makes you think, some of you have problems with women because of a mother that has wounded you or abandoned you or rejected you. You never heard her tell you, I loved you. She wasn't a nurturer. Even to you women, mothers that were competitive with you, mothers that, some of you have never even felt a hug from your mother, or your mother tell you that I love you. You're my little princess. You're my king. You never hugged her. So you don't even know what your mother feels like. You don't know what it's like to be loved by a mother. Some mothers have abandoned their children and left them with grandmamas and aunties to raise. Those of you that mothers were competitive and didn't have anything nice to say. You felt worth less. You went out into the world assuming that adults are like this. Brothers, kings, nephews, sons, I want you to know that not every woman is like that. Sometimes we do have some traits that may remind you of the women that have hurt you, or the mothers or mother figures that have hurt you. But all of us are not like that. Everyone, just like some women say that all men are the same. They're not. Because we have real kings out there that are looking for real queens, healed, whole people. Likewise, all women are not the same. There are women out there that are wanting to love you, and sometimes that they may just not be ready yet for a relationship, but they have goodness in them. And I'm not talking about the narcissist, because some of you guys were raised by narcissist mothers. Some of you guys were raised by narcissist mothers. Some of you were raised by women that have been broken and wounded. Those of you that have been hurt, abused, neglected, rejected. I'm so sorry this has happened. I wish I can go back and change things for you, and I know I can't. Those of you that that go to sleep at night crying, wondering, how are you going to make it? How are you going to feed your children? How are you going to make ends meet? What am I going to do? Those of you that have gotten in the shower because you didn't want your children to see your face, those mothers that have laid on the floor and prayed, those that get in the bed with hot tears rolling down their eyes because you could never imagine having to be a single parent or having to be by yourself. You thought that this was going to last forever. You thought that this would be a two-parent home, and the man just walked away and left you to be a parent. Some of them won't even pay child support to take care of the children. Some of you are in court cases where they're trying to take your babies from you. Some of you, those mothers, just like my mentor said today doing service, some people have no idea what mothers go through in order to protect or take care of their children. So the children don't even know oftentimes what a mother sacrificed to make sure that that child is not just happy, but doesn't even know that they're poor, doesn't even know that the mother is struggling, doesn't even know that the mother has to do what she has to do. To those of you mothers that have narcissistic children where you had to cut the children off, where you had to go no contact with your own children, and you're heartbroken because you watch these videos and so many videos and you can relate because you know that your child is an abuser, not just abusing you, but abusing other people in relationships. And you hear these videos and you know that it applies to your child. You're heartbroken because this is your baby and nobody understands, and they almost condemn you for loving your child. That's still your baby. That's still your child. Some of you had to cut relationships with your own children because, the moment they hear your voice or the moment you talk to them, they abuse you even more. And some of you weren't narcissists. Some parents were not narcissist mothers and fathers, and yet the children ended up being wounded and ended up developing narcissistic personality disorder. And now you feel guilty and you feel ashamed and you feel like, what could I have done? And it's almost, you don't want to tell anybody that your child also is a narcissist. You don't want to tell anybody because not only you embarrassed, because you hear some of the videos that we talk about and you know that this is your child. And yes, narcissists have parents as well. And, don't feel bad about it. That's still your child. That is still your baby. Whatever your belief system is, I don't try to get on here and try to make anybody believe how I believe. Me, myself, I confess my faith, which I am a Christian. And to those of you that are the same, I don't know all the belief systems and how you believe. You have to believe how you believe, and however your religion or your faith walk, or your belief system operates and what you do for faith. Those of you that are believers, that are Christians, don't stop praying for your children. Just like my mentor said today, don't stop praying for your children. To the day that you die, to the day that you close your eyes, you continue to pray for your children. Those of you that have parents that are narcissists and you desire a relationship with them, and you look around and see how other people have relationship with their mothers and you don't have a relationship with your mother, and you grieve on the inside, you become someone's mother and you give them what you didn't give, what you didn't get. Two wrongs don't make a right. And just because your parent, you had to go no contact with your parent, people try to make you feel guilty about that. But you need to make sure that you take care of yourself mentally and physically, because it takes a toll on you. That doesn't mean you take upon their character. That doesn't mean you have to dishonor or disrespect your parent. That just means that you are now separated. You had to go no contact to keep yourself together because you know that you were being abused by the parent. You honor them and you keep your distance. You honor them and you choose when to speak to. But if you know that you're being hurt over and over again, you take care of yourself. Mothers out there, fathers that play the role of father and mother. Those of you that are bringing up your children, those of you that love your children. Every man is not a narcissist, and there are men out there, good men, good men of worth, those of valor, those of that have something about themselves, that are trying the best that they can do to raise even daughters, that raise daughters and are raising sons without the mother, and men that are being abused by women because it's happening. You know what? Allow me to say this today. Happy Mother's Day. And do know that we care about you. Myself, Apostle Helen Sadler, those of us that work together as a team to bring you content, to bring you out of the hole that you're in, to make you feel better about yourself, to make you feel worthy. Mothers, we hear you, we see you, and we can relate to you because some of our stories are very similar to yours. But you know what? There is a light at the end of the tunnel. And for some of you, you're hurting right now because it's still fresh. or it just happened, or you just stumbled across my channel and you happen to see some of the videos that I make and you can relate, but I want to say happy Mother's Day to each one of you. Fathers, brothers, kings, nephews, sons. I want you to know that every woman is not like that. And on behalf of those women that have betrayed you, and once again, I say I don't justify anything they do. I don't take upon the responsibility or the accountability of what they've done. I just want you to know, as a woman and as a mother myself, and for some of you guys that call me auntie, some of you some of you that calls me ma, I just want you to know that I care for you. I love you guys. And I care for you guys, and I think about you guys often. I'm in classes. I'm putting stuff together. You guys know I have a conference coming up. Apostle Sadler has a conference coming up in Hawaii, and I want you guys to register. I want you guys to get in there and meet me in Atlanta. I want to meet some of you guys. I want to hug some of you guys. I want to look at the faces of the names that are on, my Facebook channel, my YouTube channels, my TikTok channels. I want to meet you guys. I want to hold your hand and tell you I appreciate you and how much I appreciate you. I want to laugh and joke with you and see you smile. I want to see them teeth, or if you laugh, I want to see them tonsils, But I want you to come out there because I want to show my appreciation to you. And once again, I want to say happy Mother's Day, and I'll see you this week. You guys have a wonderful evening. And from my family to your family, on behalf of me, I was going to say my church name, on behalf of me and Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, the personnel, the staff that works with me when I travel to other cities, and of course, my mother, I want you to know we care about you and we're thinking about you. Happy Mother's Day. You have a beautiful evening, and know that you're going to make it. You're going to be all right. You're going to be okay. Good night, everybody.